Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And some room to maneuver. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
The ball carrier.
Raheem Mostert, 75 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Robbie Gould lining up.
Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Reddick with a carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win, and that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The ball carrier.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
He was taken down.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
1st and goal.
A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards on the ground. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Seahawks 3.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Mostert, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14. Seahawks 3. Mitch Wishnowsky.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete.
Wilson
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Michael Dixon.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Their own 38-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Tackle made.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
13 yards. 1st down, 49.
Here's Mostert. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Intended for George.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down now, Muhammad, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On the carry, it's Muhammad. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up second.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Riddick. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
14.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's 21-3.
The kick is good. Makes the score Niners 21, Seahawks 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Back at the 20-yard
No
line.
doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He'll find Metcalf, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
55. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike. Go down. Hey, 0. Get that ball.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The toss running left. This is Penny. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
I'm coming after you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, check. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Don't get nervous. Mike, 56.
From the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10. At their
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
2nd and 12 at the 9-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson now to throw on third down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here comes Grant on the return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. To throw again is Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
2nd and 3.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Niners
back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Mostert. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
22-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
A gain of
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mostert. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the
on 1st down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's
4th down. Here's Jackson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson on 3rd down. being chased out left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And Gold is able to put it through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Return. The Seahawks take over first.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Wilson will throw again. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
18-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's into the clear. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Robbie Gould.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Team Grant on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.